y'all. Welcome to another episode of Banning Reptiles. As most of you can tell, it's starting to get a little bit warmer outside, which means it is almost turtle season. So with that in mind, we are going to take a look today at a very special friend of ours and tell you a little bit of information about the largest freshwater turtle in North America. Stick around and find out who it is.
Hey guys, this is an alligator snapping turtle. This is the largest freshwater species of turtle in North America. These guys are rivaled only by the soft-shelled turtles in Asia. These guys can get really big. Males can get several hundred pounds, and they're very long-lived. As you can see, they kind of look prehistoric. These guys can live over 100 years. You can take a look at this carapace back there. You can kind of see why they got the name alligator snapping turtle. Now these guys are found primarily in the southeastern United States. They're found in East Texas, Florida Panhandle, up into Kansas, western Tennessee. We don't have them in North Carolina where we're found. We have the common snapper here in North Carolina. But these guys are really cool. They're a really ancient species. Let's see if I can get him to open his mouth. There we go. These guys are the fishermen of the turtle world. If you take a look right there in his mouth at the very bottom, we'll see if he's gonna move it a little bit. There we go. That's called a vermiform, or a worm-like appendage. So he uses that on the bottom of a river or a pond, and he'll just sit there really motionless, and he will just wiggle that around. Fish will come up and think that's a tasty treat, and before you know it, he's dinner. So these guys are opportunistic feeders. If they come across something in the wild that's fallen in the pond, like a bird or something like that, they'll definitely prey on those guys. They're not picky eaters. And if you'll take a look in the mouth there, along with that little vermiform appendage, you can also see his trachea. He's going to open up. That's where he can breathe out of. There we go. Alligator snapping turtle. They're not known to bask very much. They usually just stay in the water. Usually the only time they'll come out is when the females come out to lay eggs. The common snapper that we have in North Carolina, you'll see out a lot more basking. But these guys, they tend to just remain in the water. They feel safe in the water.
Quick side note, this is what a common snapper looks like. This is what you will see around here. We had a call to come and help a rescue out. He had got a fish hook stuck in his mouth, and my husband removed it, and we took it back to the river, which you're getting ready to see, and that's the difference. Yay! That way for fish hooks. Good job, buddy.
We talked earlier about how we didn't know if ginger is a male or female. Usually it takes several years for a aquatic turtle to show the signs whether they're male or female. We talked about tortoises a couple of weeks ago. We could take a look at the plastron, or the bottom part of their shell, to tell if they were male or female. The males were more concave and the females were pretty flat. You can't use that determination to tell on an aquatic species. The best way to tell, other than size, is actually their tail. Their cloaca And males will actually extend beyond the edge of the carapace, or the top part of their shell. The females will kind of end at the margins, or be a little bit inside of the margins of the carapace. Now, Ginger is not used to being on land. She is looking, for her pond. She's wondering why that I got her out of her pond to come film with you guys today. A question we get a lot of times with these guys: do these guys make good pets? Absolutely not. They do not make good pets. They're not a good aquatic turtle to begin with, as far as keeping it as a pet. Like I said, these guys get massive. We keep Ginger in a 650-gallon stock tank. And this is Ginger hanging out on a rock in her winter enclosure. You also got to think about the fact that these guys can do serious damage if they get a hold of you. They're really, really cool species to keep, but there are a lot of considerations that you need to think on before you think on getting an alligator snapping turtle. If you are, set on getting one, you can contact us personally. I can tell you some reputable breeders that you can get one that are, not taken out of the wild or anything like that. These are, captive bred individuals. So, thanks, guys.
All right, everyone. So Billy just introduced you to Ginger and gave you a little bit of background information on alligator snapping turtles in general. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on, if you were serious about ever getting an alligator snapping turtle, how to take care of it and the best way to home it. So when Ginger came to us, we ordered her and she came in the mail, and she was the size of a quarter. So they do not start out very big, obviously, like most turtles. They start out small and then grow. You will need a tank that you can have a lower water level, because they are not the best swimmers, and it's not as easy for them to get to the top to get their air. So they need a little bit of help and just have a little bit lower water level. You're going to want to have a well-planted section in your tank, because like he discussed, they are opportunistic feeders, and they'll sit there and they'll hide, so they need somewhere to hide and feel safe. Let's see. So let's talk about what to feed these guys. You can do Reptimin, which is just your standard turtle food. You can also do cut up fish. They're obviously going to like that. And in the wild, they'll even eat vegetation sometimes. But, fun story, I think Ginger's favorite food happens to be crayfish. We got her some crayfish one time, and needless to say, it was a massacre. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's her favorite food. And then you can also have them a basking spot, but more than likely they're not going to use it because they are nocturnal. You're also going to want to make sure to keep the water temp around 80 degrees. And you're going to definitely need a good filtration system, because it's a turtle. And if you know anything about turtles, they are disgusting. So, yeah. But there you have it. Thank you for checking us out this week. We appreciate it.